It is our day number 2 recap of the DraftKings National Sports Betting Championship. Matt Brown, Brett Collson, Matt Perrault. We are here, fellas. Day number 2 is in the books. Almost, right? We're almost in the books. We're going to recap where we're going, but first, Matt, how has this gone for you? How do you feel after 2 days?
We are live, and being live is better than not being live. We're coming back on day 3 with a bankroll.
Show your badge.
I mean, yeah, okay, we did this.
He really is playing this.
He's a VIP.
Me and my partner, Gil Alexander, you might well follow him on the Twitter machine at Beating the Book if you're looking to follow him. But yeah, I mean, we had a couple of real bad luck scenarios play out, and you know, those kind of flipped the other way, and we're right in the middle of this thing. I mean, we lost a 5-team parlay by half a point. We're closing out a real big parlay in a hockey game last night that we were up 3-0 midway through the second. Ended up losing that outright.
6-3.
Yeah, so it was a couple of bad luck scenarios played out. But man, this has been a blast, and DraftKings did a real good job with this so far.
All right, so the leaderboard's very interesting, Brett. Let's take a look at it because we talked in between the first 2 games today of the NFL that there was one soccer player who we thought, okay, this guy might get caught because he's not doing very much, only 3 wagers, and he did get caught.
Yeah, and he still only has 3 wagers. He has not done anything since this morning, and he did get caught by a guy who shoved all in. He had a $27,000 bankroll going into the Rams-Cowboys game, put it all on the Rams -7, and got there. So he's the leader now with $50,882, and our boy Guccio is now in second.
So there's a bonus, right, to be in first place at the end of day number 2, right?
Yeah. So if you are leading coming into Sunday, you get a $50,000, not in your bankroll, it's a prize. So like it's a $50,000 prize that you get. And you know, look, there's an outside chance maybe that this changes with some of the stuff that's still going on here. But we've kind of looked up and down the leaderboard, and it would have to be someone coming from way behind, it looks like, to catch these guys up at the top here. But it's pretty crazy when you think that on Friday at noon, these guys started with $5,000 in their bank account, and we're looking at several guys at over 25,000.
I think the third place story is pretty interesting because a player that we know of, named Rufus Peabody, who put a $432 parlay down, right?
$437. $35,600 thanks to Charles Howell. Nice little third round of the Sony Open today.
Weird golf props are getting this done.
Hey, better than soccer props.
Golf and soccer guys are going to win this thing.
Yeah,
that's incredible. But you have to hit something like that to win this thing, right?
No, for sure. And I think that this is something that people will go back and kind of look at the different strategies here and try and figure out if there is an optimal strategy or if it's kind of you do your own thing and kind of how you feel. I mean, like you said, we're looking at guys that have come from way behind with weird golf props. We're looking at a guy that still only has 3 bets on his card as we go. And we saw what we were looking earlier. There's someone who'd run through 291 bets, already in this competition. So, I mean, all kinds of strategies playing out.
There is a trend, though. If you look at the top 5, no one's played more than 40 wagers over the top 5 so far. So slow and big, or hit a big parlay or prop, something that's going to pay out big. You wonder how that factors into tomorrow as these guys try to make up ground who are 5 and behind, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm curious to see, Matt, what do you think the winning total is going to be?
Well, I think we're going to see, I mean, look, some of these guys we know are already kind of wealthy dudes as it is, so the $50K bankroll to them isn't as much as it would be to someone like me or whatever, or something like that. And so I don't think they'll have any qualms about putting it all in play probably tomorrow at some point or another. So I mean, I think we can certainly see this thing approach 6 figures if it comes down to it. I mean, like we were kind of joking before, but this the Eagles money line is probably going to be a big deciding factor in how this contest plays out. I mean, it's like plus 360 right now, I think, or something like that. And I mean, you're going to get 3.5 to 1 on your money. You're going to see some of these like 30K bankrolls probably let it ride.
It's a great point because if you're in New Jersey tomorrow, and if you haven't signed up on throughTheLines.com or PlayPicks.com on the bonus sites that we've got, might not be a bad idea because the lines are going to be all kind of wacko on DraftKings for that game coming up. There may be a chance to jump on
Click
that.
the link right below is basically what he's saying. Click the link below.
Why not? I mean, that's a chance to do. I mean, that's going to be a different. You had mentioned it, but there may be a point and a half difference. We'll see how much on that money line.
Yeah, it could be definitely. It's certainly from the money line aspect. I think the money line you might see at DraftKings like drastically different probably than some of these other books are in the state because it is going to be a do or die situation. If you don't know how this works, like you can only bet the 2 NFL games tomorrow, and once the second game kicks off, that is the end of betting. So that's kind of a last shot for a lot of these people.
And you can bet just football tomorrow, or you can bet other things tomorrow.
Only football.
So the first game could see a wacko weird number of dollars in it as well, right?
I mean, for sure.
Patriots Chargers might see something funky. Yeah. People playing different money line parlays or just parlays in general, teasing up and down, trying to change their odds, a chance of getting alternative point spreads, which DraftKings offers as well. So it's going to be an interesting line.
Man, I mean, I know you guys have been enjoying it. I mean, like this has been great. I mean, look, there are certainly some things that I think that everybody knows like would make this a little bit more exciting, a little bit more fun. But I mean, this is for the inaugural event and things that have gone on here. And I mean, I didn't know how many people would show up and actually stick around, and they have been a lot of people here.
Yeah, no soccer bets. Let's kill soccer bets.
I mean,
no more soccer bets. Bye-bye.
But exotic golfs.
Hey, but this guy may take $44,000 and say, "I'm good. I hit 3 straight bets. I'm good. No matter where I finish."
True, because you get to keep. It's a live bankroll, so you get to keep it. You know?
So he may say, "If I get 10,000, that's great. I turn 5,000 to 50. I'm not worried about it." Maybe he's just going to sit back, and as he drops down, he doesn't care about the big money. He just wants to take home that 44.
Yeah, I guess one of the things we didn't mention is just some of these people got in for $5. You know, they satellited in on DraftKings through DFS, and like they literally got in for $5.
Even like a 3K bankroll, they might just hang on to that and take it home.
I wouldn't knock it at all. I mean, turn $5 into 50K. I'm cool. Hey, I'd take it and go home and just sit on it and not worry.
And if all these other guys are like pounding big tomorrow, they might slide up the leaderboard as these guys just lose all their bets.
I think we will see a big bankroll go bust tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
like a big bankroll go bust tomorrow, and rightfully so if you're playing to win, right? I mean, there's a big pay difference between $1 million and $350,000 for first and second.
All right, guys, as we close the video for the recap day 2, over under 100,000 wins it tomorrower.
I'm gonna take the over.
I'm taking the under.
I'm taking the under. I got 85,000. I think 85,000 wins this thing. If I'm handicapping it, that's where I'm going to go. All right, guys, if you like what we're doing, hit the subscribe button because tomorrow we're back with multiple videos. We're going to give you our picks as to what's going to happen. Patriots, Chargers, and the Saints and the Eagles. Huge game, and you're going to look at it and see how Matt does. Matt's going, it's alive.
We're alive.
You're alive. It's all that matters is he's alive. So stick with us as we continue here in New Jersey for the first ever DraftKings National Championship for Sports Betting. We are back tomorrow for day number 3.